Hello. Welcome to my channel, TV-DICTION, where I talk about all my latest TV obsessions. Since BET and BET Plus and all their executives are committed to giving us dust in regards to season 3 of Zatima, and we're coming up on the second anniversary of the Zatima premiere on the 22nd of this month, I decided to do a rewatch for the first 2 seasons to see if they're still giving what they gave when I first watched them. Newsflash for anyone who has yet to watch the show, proceed with caution because spoilers are ahead. Now let's get into season 1, episodes 1 and 2. Let's get into episode 1, entitled A New Chapter. The episode begins with Zach and Fatima doing like a final walkthrough of Fatima's apartment as the two prepared to move into Zach's condo together. And this scene is kind of bittersweet, knowing all that has unfolded throughout the first season and the second, as well as what's going on in the Sisters universe. But nonetheless, this was such a cute scene the first time around, and it still is a cute scene watching it now. We first get introduced to Angela and Belinda in a bar scene where Fatima meets them for drinks, and they call her out for being MIA. And she proceeds to tell them that she does think it's time for them to meet, her new boo. And the fact that her and Zach are moving in together. This was such a cute girly pop type scene, and I'm mad because I really thought we were going to get a cute sister circle crew out of these three. But knowing what we know about Belinda and how that all turned out, extreme eye roll. The introduction to Zach's friends, Bryce, Tony, and Nathan, was such a barbershop-esque moment, with them playing basketball and then chopping it up about their lives. And of course, them trying to convince Zach not to commit to a relationship because it would change him and the dynamics of their crew. To me, I think this was still a cute little scene. I like the brotherly bond that was displayed. And it was, they had their funny moments, especially with Nathan's wife popping up on him. That was a funny scene. Back at the condo, Fatima comes home and her and Zach have a cute conversation on their prospective friend group wanting to meet them and joking about the improvements that Fatima wants to make to the house. We then get a steamy scene between the two, followed by a sweet moment of them professing their love to each other. I love me a cute lovey-dovey Zatima scene, okay? The next scene continued on showcasing why we love to see them together, with Zach surprising Fatima with a new car. And as Fatima pulls out the house, we see Bryce pull up and inform Zach that he received intel that the SEC will be, hitting him up soon. I actually low-key forgot about this SEC thing because I feel like it's been so long since it ended or we've heard anything relating to this topic, so I low-key forgot that was the thing. Fatima pulling up on Heather at the strip club and shoving her head up against the wall and demanding she show up to the house for a DNA test still exudes boss bitch energy. Our little gangster boo ain't nothing to be played with, okay? I really forgot how much of a disaster that the dinner scene with Zach meeting Belinda and Angela was. I'm mad though. I really was rooting for Angela and Bryce. They low-key was cute together, but I am hoping that in season 3 we would see more of Angela finding someone who actually likes her and no more of the back and forth between her and Bryce. I want that deaded. The episode does end with Belinda knocking on the door and Zach slamming it in her face. She really did walk in on some foolishness because, child, she couldn't wait to drop that bomb on everyone. Once again, extreme eye rolls when it comes to Belinda. Now, episode 2, entitled Water Under the Bridge. This is where the mess really starts popping off, okay? Episode 2 picks up with everyone's reaction to Belinda's revelation, and she was most definitely on some messy shit, okay? I really don't get Belinda though, because she came in and dropped the bomb with no problem, but when she got outside and Fatima and Angela were questioning her, she wanted to switch up and act like she cared, talking about, oh, you don't want to hear it, and maybe he should tell you. Like, girl, you ain't even give him a chance to tell her. You dropped that bomb within 2.5 seconds of you walking into that room, embarrassing your so-called best friend in front of a room full of people. And if you really cared about Fatima, you wouldn't have dropped that information out like that, okay? When you walked into the room and immediately peeped that it was Zach, you should have said, yo, Fatima, can I holler at you outside for a minute? Then proceed to carefully tell her what went down and allow her to process that information for a moment by herself before finding it out in front of everybody. Listen, the red flags was hella waving out of Belinda, man. From the moment she walked in, it was a shitstorm. And her confessing that she found Karen just to tell her that, you know, she slept with Zach, and stating that Karen still does her hair from time to time. We probably should have expected nothing less than what the heck unfolded down the line, okay? Like, she literally made it a point to ruin the whole dinner, focusing on bringing up the situation again in front of everyone, despite everyone trying to change the conversation, and throwing the fact that Karen is pregnant in front of everyone again shows that she never really cared about Fatima. And telling her that Zach will hurt her just like he hurt Karen was so wrong. Like, everything about that interaction with Belinda showcased that she really wasn't Fatima's friends, okay? Like, she continued carrying on throughout that whole dinner, despite the hurt that was obvious on her, once again, so-called best friend's face throughout the whole ordeal. And this is why I say Fatima is loyal to a fault sometimes, because, man, she really should have been kicked Belinda out her house, not actually sitting down at that dinner table entertaining that mess, and then want to talk about some, you know, I would never let anyone get in between us. Nah, she did that when she walked in on that messy shit, okay? Zach and Fatima were able to talk out the situation, you know, and in true Fatima fashion, she was accepting of the fact that it was before her. However, recognizing that she's worried about how many other women may come out of the woodworks. You know, shout out to Bryce for always giving Zach the heads up and, you know, keeping him up on game about the whole SEC situation. It's such a shame what ends up happening to that friendship, though. Fatima popped up at Belinda's house, and, you know, Belinda really had me fooled, okay? I really thought she was sincere about her apology to Fatima and her talking of wanting the best for Fatima and not wanting to see her hurt again. You know, she really did have me, but knowing what I know now, once again, extreme eye roll, because it irks my soul that she was acting like she was such a good friend to Fatima, and she really wasn't. The episode did end with Zach meeting with the SEC investigator Gretchen, and it seemingly appeared that he wasn't able to convince her that it wasn't, you know, it wasn't insiders trading after all. Overall, the first two episodes did not disappoint this time around, and honestly, I could loosely see why Zatima was considered quote-unquote a comedy, because the first two episodes did have much of a comic relief as opposed to what have unfolded down the remaining of this season as well as the second season. However, nonetheless, the same feels that I had watching it for the first time remained the same. It really started off so good. But I'm not even going to lie, I've rewatched this show so many times that I've lost count. Let me know down in the comment section below how many times have you rewatched it, or if I'm by myself on the rewatching. Thank you for watching.